How are you doing, gardeners? Ed Snyder, Fresh Picked Acres of Kansas. We're glad to have you along here today. We're going to talk about plant populations and how to set up our planter to achieve those plant populations. I have a John Deere 7000 planter, and it's an old one, but I went ahead and I got a book here, a manual, bought it online for my planter, and inside, when you find the appropriate page, I have it already earmarked here. You can find the plant populations listed. In such a sweet corn, I want to plant about 24,000 plants per acre. I'll end up with about 22,000 in reality, but I'm going to plant 24. So this tells me the drive and driven gears that I need to set. And that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to show you how I change out the drive and driven gears, but it's based upon looking at this sheet. We're going to look at it, and I'm going to pull this up, but if we look over here at a 30-inch row calibration, which is what I have, say I'm going to go ahead and do a 24,200 seeds per acre, which is halfway through our page. I'm going to slide over. That's going to put my average seed drilling distance at 8 5/8 inches. It means that I also need my driver, which is the bottom at 26, the 26 tooth, and my driven, which is the top shaft, is 28 teeth, 28 teeth on that particular setting. So that's how we're going to go ahead and do it. That's what we're going to do today. Now, I happen to have a friend of mine who's calibrating my meters right now, the actual meters. I took him in there. It's a good time. As I understand, my back plate and my brushes both needed to be replaced. He's doing that. And there's also a thing on feet pound that the meters need to turn at. So Jeff and I, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that with you on another video in the future. We're going to show how we're going to calibrate those seed meters. This way, by having a properly calibrated seed meter, you're gonna reduce the amount of doubles. You're gonna reduce the amount of misses. You're gonna have one seed go through, and it's gonna put it down. That's the goal. Is every finger picks up a seed, places it right where it needs to be. It's gonna save me and Delia money because we're not planting seed in doubles and triples like last year. I'm walking through there, pulling up a lot of doubles and triples in my sweet corn, and also a little problems when I'm dealing with green beans, which I didn't really show that, but there's some issues there. We're going to have the right settings, the right calibration. From what I'm understanding, and Jeff's going to correct me on this, but by having a properly calibrated finger pickup seed meter, we can be just as good as some of the high dollar planting equipment out there. As my friend in South Dakota once said, the John Deere 7000 made a lot of bad farmers look good, and I fit right into one of those. Hey folks, if you like these types of videos, hit that like button and subscribe. If you're not at our level, or if you're above our level, just sit back and enjoy. It's not a contest. It's just right where we're at that in-between, and have a lot of fun. We're looking forward to these nice sunny days when I can get out there and get planting some more sweet corn, and it's coming quicker than it was. I've got my corn seed in, but I know I need to change my planter population. My bottom one is already correct at 26. I'm planting at a 24,000 seeds per acre, and you refer to your planter book to find out. But I need a 26 on the bottom and 28 on top, which means I need this sprocket over there. And first thing I need to do is go ahead and loosen up using a 9/16 my idler. There we go. And I'm going to have to take off some of these shims, which are, it feels like they're rubber, and we'll get these off because we have to shift everything over in order to get that done. So we'll shift. Whoop, there went that, but that's all right. There we go. So now we'll go ahead and start sliding over our, yep, that one's a little bit tight. I've used it before, so there we go. I tell you, I'm gonna go get some lube and re-lube this thing up because it gets dry. So I got some super lube here I picked up at John Deere. Let's go ahead and get that a little bit, and once it hits, it'll slide a lot better. There we go. That's much better. Let me get some lube over here. And we need 26, which that lines those two up. As we're going from, like I said, it's the top shaft, which is the driver, or the driven, and the bottom shaft is the driver. So, and if we look at our sprockets at our, well, let's go ahead and put these back on. I'll lube this area up too here. If we look, we'll put our shims back on, tighten all this back up so it tracks properly. And if you look, it tells you that your smaller sprocket, adjust the idler to give the smaller sprocket the maximum chain wrap. So in this case, we got 26 and we got a 28, so that the smaller sprocket is right there. So we want to have the maximum, as it says, maximum chain wrap on the smaller sprocket. So actually I have that in reverse. The 26 is on the bottom, 28 on top. So we're going to go the other direction. My bad. There. So now I have maximum chain wrap on my smaller sprocket now, and that's just the way that's set up. And I'll get got the chain, and now we're going to go ahead and tighten up our idler so it holds that tension properly. You just don't see a square bolt anymore. There we go. Nice and solid. We got our chain wrap 26 and 28. So we're good to go here.